Aries. This is Revan, otherwise known as Cosmic Alignment, and this is the weekly forecast for the week of the 7th of January 2019 to the 13th of January, Sunday, January 2019. So in this horoscope slash forecast, I'm going to go ahead and go over the weekly planetary major energies that we'll be feeling as a collective, and then for the second part I will be contextualizing it specifically for your own sign, Aries, so you can gain an understanding as to how this might be impacting you uniquely and individually. And this is of course without taking into account your own natal chart positions, which would even further personalize the effect and the accuracy of how these energies would be and or are manifesting for you. So let's get into it. So this is the first part of this forecast. This week we see again a Capricorn stellium. We see Mercury, the logical mind, our thinking in Capricorn, very business oriented, very down to earth and grounded. Saturn, the Sun, Pluto, South Node. We see what, 4 planets. This is 40% of the cosmos. Let your intuition sit with that. Capricorn is the ambitious businessman that wants to get things done. Very practical, pragmatic, down to earth and centered. Very, very pragmatic. There's no idealism, no big grandiose ideology. There is what's practical and what's concrete. So this energy is still carrying us forward into this week. And it's interesting to note that this Friday, which is 1/11, by the way, we have a really eventful Friday, 1/11. First of all, I want to note that the sun, the spirit, the creative energy within the cosmos, the heartbeat, will be conjunct Pluto, the underworld, evolution, death, rebirth, and the underworld. This is signaling that there is an emphasis, a deep, deep desire and emphasis on embodying our purpose, on seeking complete metamorphosis of self. And also we are wanting to go ahead and actualize our purpose out in society in some type of sociological, cultural context, while we're being pushed and urged to embody our truth and our uniqueness in society, in our culture, and integrating our uniqueness into this matrix and transforming and evolving it, especially us Pluto, Scorpio generation. If you were born from November 1985 to November 1995, this is you. Pluto Scorpio generation is here to completely redo what it means to be a human working in this career in a cultural, sociological context. We're here to transmute Scorpio, the underworld of our ancestry and our culture and society. We are the byproduct of what came before us, and we're here to transform it, transmute it for the next generation, which is you guys, Pluto Sag, you starseeds, channeling and downloading all that incredible wise information and knowledge. Well, we're prepping the world for you, Pluto Scorpio. So anyways, sorry I went on a little rant there, but this Pluto and Sun conjunction is really just a reflection of like this deep undertone of wanting evolution and transformation right now. This Capricorn stellium, this very down-to-earth pragmatic energy, and this Pluto Sun in Cap as well, Capricorn, landing the same week, is correlated because all this energy has to do with the bottom line. It is as if we got to a point where we now realize that we're not going to move forward unless we use our own personal will to really take control of our lives and mold and create our destiny by the strength of our own will. Our purpose and destiny will not be actualized in itself. We have to put in effort, and at the same time, we're also learning the limitations of this purpose. While we are meant to do certain things, we also are meant to not do certain other things. We are becoming self-aware and becoming aware of our role within the collective. And this is the Capricorn energy and archetype, is finding our role, our function within the collective, thereby embodying and expressing our truth, and in a way being of service to the collective. The second major energy shift occurring this week is Venus entering Sagittarius on Monday, the 7th of January. So this energy, after Venus having gone after and through all that underworld, all that transmutation in terms of with the friends, the relationships, having to completely detox and purge, and then having gone through a beautiful trine with North Node Cancer and Chiron Pisces, has been uplifted, spiritualized, and lightened up. Now we see it move into Sagittarius. What does this reflect? A deep need to discover and actualize personal truth in the form of a guiding philosophy of life in order to have a core sense of meaning and purpose. There is a restlessness that seeks perpetual expansion. This is Sagittarius energy. So there's a commitment to your personal growth and development. This vibration makes you feel connected to the energies that are at play in the universe. Now, this Venus-Sag energy, it must evolve. To evolve, it must learn that your truth is your truth. You have your perspective and your own truth, and sometimes Sag can be a little dogmatic. So with this transit, it's important to remember that your truth is your truth, your own, and that everybody else has their own truth from their own perspective. So while there are a lot of other aspects, I will just mainly point those two major aspects that I feel characterize this week, which is one about getting real self-aware about what we're up to in this life and taking some actions accordingly. So the energies contextualized for you, Aries, what I see is this: we have Mars still currently in Aries. So from now until the 14th of February, this is almost still like your birthday season, because Mars is your drive, your impulse, your instinct, that personal will is in its home in Aries. So you feel that creative fire, that lack of inhibition, that willingness, that impulsiveness, that instinctiveness, that desire, and that independence. You are in your zone. At the same time, with this Venus, beauty, aesthetic, creativity, the arts entering Sagittarius on Monday, the 7th of January, will be creating a loose trine with this Mars. So there will be definitely coming in the next week a harmony, a trine between the inner masculine, Mars, your driving force, Aries, and Venus in Sagittarius, the inner feminine aspect. This is reflecting a balance inwardly. So Mars, you are getting in touch with your sensitive side. You are becoming aware that you cannot get everything you want in life out of that brute force. You're getting in touch with that inner sensitivity. And there's this commitment to personal growth and evolution and independence and expansion with the harmony of these two inner masculine and inner feminine signs being in fire signs. Now, at the same time, this conjunction of the Sun and Pluto on Friday the 11th have you remind yourself that you need to start putting your energy into wiser directions and containers. This is particularly important for you, Aries, because Aries tends to be a little bit more spontaneous and a little bit more impulsive. than all the other signs. And trust me, coming from an Aries myself, might not be so hard to hear actually, but it's something to keep in mind. So it's time to really start putting your energy into the wise direction. You have a lot of that, and you have a tank full of fuel with this Mars and Aries energy. So, and this Sag Venus energy is just you wanting complete freedom and independence and to embody truth in your relationships. So this is coloring you in your own self and even within your relationships. So it is wise to be focused, be self-aware, and put your energy in the right direction. And this will give you the most happiness and sense of freedom, Aries. If you would like to look a little bit further ahead and see what energies we'll be experiencing, I would suggest checking out my video on Mars in Aries, which this transit begun on the 31st of December 2018 and which will be ending on the 14th of February. In that video, I went over all the aspects and the main themes of that transit. So check it out if you're into it. I will put the link in the description. This was your weekly forecast for the week of January 7 to the 13th of 2019, Aries. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you got something out of this. If you enjoyed this forecast, please go ahead and like. Please go ahead and subscribe if you want these weekly forecast notifications straight to your inbox or phone or whatever way you get your notifications. Hope to see you next time, and have a great fucking week. Peace out, everyone.